Another round here at Darlington. The Lady in Black, the track, Too Tough to Tame. The Rick Motec Cup Series for Extreme Motorsports, 99.com. 145 laps here tonight. Last night, only one caution at about lap 16. That after the green flag dropped again, it was green flag all the way to the checkered. Oh, it was an exciting race. What will happen tonight? And who will tame the Lady in Black here this evening? Welcome, everyone, back to MaxSpeedTV. I, of course, am Joshua Medlock. Alongside with me here tonight, Little King Elvis Rankin. Elvis, glad to have you back after the holidays, man. Hopefully you and your family had an awesome Thanksgiving. But we got Darlington to deal with here tonight, buddy. How are you doing? And, man, talk about Darlington.
Yeah, I had a great Thanksgiving week. Hopefully everybody watching MaxSpeedTV did as well. But yeah, ready to tame the Lady in Black tonight. Got 145 laps. It will be super, super exciting.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, we were talking about it earlier. You know, sometimes we would like to see some cautions, but, you know, other times it's, you know, best if it goes green, you know. But we don't really know what's going to happen here tonight, Elvis. This track is only 1.366 miles, I do believe. It's not really considered a short track, but it's not considered a mile and a half either. So, you know, tires definitely probably going to be the biggest, I would say the biggest key here this evening.
Yeah, a lot of the cup races in the Rick Motec Extreme 99 Cup League come down to tires. Who has the best tires and when. So, just going to see who plays the tire game right tonight, Josh.
Yeah, that tire game, I think, is going to be the biggest key here. Well, let's go ahead and dive down into the pre-race analytics here this evening. We got an air temp of 81 degrees, a track temp of 83. This is a night race. So this is going to be interesting here for sure to, you know, kind of see what these drivers do. 145 laps is what we're pulling, 198.07 miles. Now, the tire window is going to be about 25 to 30 laps. That's for them to split it with the sets of tires that they have. It's about 29 laps. If you go more than 30 laps, 35 laps, Elvis, I think you're pushing the blow issue there, because you can now blow a tire.
Yeah, after some updates, I guess you can blow tires. So just going to see who decides to take the risk, maybe go a little long run and push it so you can go as far as you can, maybe bring that two-tire stop into the realm of possibility, Josh, and we'll just see how the race plays out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We really got to see that. Of course, we're going to be looking at a fuel window roughly at about 48 to 54 laps here this evening, somewhere around in there. It's going to be plus or minus a few laps. I guess it's depending on if you're trying to save any. So 48 to 54 is what I got it at. Pit road speed 45 miles per hour, and of course the pace speed is 60 miles per hour, same as it was yesterday. So let's get down here to the point standings coming into round number 8 here this evening. GT Hawkins he's going to be up in the top spot here, holding on to it at 298 points, but he's only got a 9-point lead over David Weishart here in second at 289 points. Scott Rambler there in third, 270 points, 19 back. Then we got Vroom there. Nicholas Vroman there in fourth, 248 points, 22 back behind Scott Rambler. Travis McDaniel up 3 spots into fifth, 242 points, 6 back. Paul Irvin in sixth, down a spot, 240 points, 2 back. Then Garrett B. Grant going to be in seventh, down 1 spot, 214 points, 26 back. And then rounding out the top 8 here, Michael Atkins Jr. going to pop up 8 spots, 213 points, 1 point behind Garrett D. Grant. Elvis, take your time, bud.
Yeah, Garrett Heath, he had that win earlier at Chicagoland. Right now he's sitting 9th in the points. He's 1 back. Darren Clemetta is going to be in 10th. He's had a pretty strong season so far. He is also 1 back to Garrett Heath. Nick Hunt, he's 5 back in 11th, having a very strong season. Tyler Hallman had a pretty strong performance early in the year at Daytona. He's going to be 1 back from Nick Hunt. John Sterling's going to be in 13th, 2 back. In 14th is going to be our favorite Canadian, Rob Haynes, with 1 win, I believe, this season, Josh. Actually, I'm wrong.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
wrong as well.
Okay.
Rob Haynes, our favorite Canadian, he's going to be 2 back in 14th, and we have a tie for 15th between Todd Cray and Michael Thwaites, who is going to be 7 back there, and they are looking on their way in. Josh, I think 12 make the chase. They're on the outside looking in tonight.
Yeah, on the outside looking in, of course, John Sterling, Rob Haynes, Todd Cray, and Michael Thwaites. Yeah, these drivers right now on the outside of the top 12. And you are right, Elvis. Only the top 12 in the point standings after, of course, round number 10. Once it's all finalized, everything is set. Yeah, that's all that makes it into the chase. Now, just because, and I cannot, I go through this every week, Elvis, just because you're not in the chase going for a championship does not mean you don't need to race. You need to get out here and, throw the dinger into things. Go out there and try to grab the win and mix it up with those top 12 drivers that are going to be vying out for that top spot in the chase, because the top driver with the most points at the end of the 5 races, that's who's the champion.
Yeah, those final 5 races are where you decide a champion between those 12 drivers. And I like to call those guys outside of the chase, Josh, that are racing the wild cards of the kind of playoffs, I guess you could say, because they're not racing for points, they're racing for wins. So they're just looking to, assert how they're going to finish their season and finish super strong. So they might take some more chances like we might see with pit strategy, or possibly making overtakes on some of these guys because they're not racing for as much compared to the playoff guys where they'll be racing for more, taking less risks and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You're going to see these drivers that are in the top 12, they're going to be taking some risk, but they also got to be careful. You got those drivers that's not going to be in the top 12 that going to take a little bit more risk probably than those in the top 12, but I think both of them are going to do the same thing. You're going to have those drivers going for wins, then you're going to have those drivers that are going for the championship. So yeah, it's really going to come down to really who is going to be the biggest factor, because we still don't know who is in the chase. That's going to be the biggest thing.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys that look like they're pretty much going to be good in the chase. They're pretty much locked in. But there are still plenty of spots, Josh, that are undecided tonight. And the Lady in Black's going to definitely be an interesting one. Maybe shake up the standings just a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
obviously, we have a bunch of guys 1 and 2 points apart, so.
Yes. Yeah, and I think this is going to be a definite shake-up here going into the next race. Of course, we're going to have an off week after tonight. We got week 13 next week, so we will not be racing. But when we come back, we're going to be at the Roval of Charlotte, the Charlotte Roval. That itself also is going to be a big shakeup too, Elvis.
Yeah, the wild card. I think if you're a fan of Extreme 99, you already know who's going to win. But I think it'll be more of a race for second. Of course, I'm just trying to race Josh to that pick, so it will be interesting.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, we are going to go ahead and step away here and play the national anthem, folks. And got about a minute left here in practice. And right now, David Weishart is up in the top spot, but qualified will be underway when we come back. So don't go anywhere, folks. Madison Rising next.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Okay. through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free in the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free in the home of the
Alrighty, folks, we're back here live on MaxSpeedTV. Qualified, of course, underway here tonight. It looks like we've got Todd Cray right now up in that top spot. Dalton Cowden there in second. And David Weishart back to third, but we still got a lot of drivers still putting in a qualifying times here. And we got our picks here. We got Travis McDaniel going to be putting in a time here as well. Nicholas Vroom Vroom Vroman himself, GT Hawkins putting in a time, Nick Hunt and Darren Bruce right now putting in a time too. So these drivers putting in a qualifying lap or two here in. And the biggest thing about qualifying, Elvis, you know this as well as I do, you can't make any mistakes in qualifying. You hit the wall, spin out or whatever, man, your time, it stops. Then you got to start all over. They got to be careful.
Yeah, of course, when you start all over, then it really, really affects your kind of momentum. It seems like a lot of these guys, they hit their fastest lap on lap number 2, so you want to make sure you keep that first lap clean and then really fire off on lap 2. But Todd Cray, he executed, spoke too soon. Nicholas Roman has executed it perfectly there. He's top of the board with a 27.286.
I got 27.287, but, you know, that's just minute, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Nick Hunt there in 12th. Can Nick Hunt hold on to that 12th spot? Only the top 12 in qualifying do get that qualifying bonus point. We're going to see where Nick goes here as he's going to cross the stripe there in that 00. Where is it going to put him? It looks like he is going to stay there in 12th at the present time. We get back here to Brandon Freeze here in that number 2 machine. It looks like he is going to be the last driver to put in a time here. He's on the track. Now we are under that 15 minutes, but he is out here, so I don't know. He's going to qualify, it looks like 26th here. All right, well, that is going to do it here for qualifying. So qualifying is technically officially over. They only get 5 minutes to qualify, so it looks like Vroom Vroom there, Elvis, is going to grab our pole here tonight.
A super good lap from Roman. He's going to grab the pole. Obviously, in these long races, pole position. Is it helpful? Yes. Is it race deciding? No.
No. No. It is not race deciding for sure, because we know Darlington is you have to drive Darlington. You can't race another driver's race. You have to drive the track here at Darlington.
Obviously, it's a track where you drive the track more than you drive the cars around you. It's always those fun tracks. You know, it's going to be an interesting one. Did a little bit of laps myself, and it seems like it's super tight, I guess you could say, and it's really hard to get the car fired off and keep that momentum on the top side. We might see a couple of tank slappers on the wall, but it will be interesting tonight, Josh.
Yeah, how many drivers, and we're just going to throw an estimate out here. You know, we like to pick on the drivers. We like to have fun up here in the booth. How many drivers here tonight are going to end up with that Darlington stripe as it is known?
I'm going to say 10, and if a car does not, then that means they're not pushing hard enough.
Okay, I'm gonna say about half of the field.
Oh my. Josh is being I'm a little more ambitious that they're going to do all right.
Yep, we got about 29 drivers, so we split that in half. That's going to be, math with Medlock here, what is that, about 18, 17, somewhere around in there? Wait, no, that's less than that, isn't it? 14. 14, 15 drivers? Anyway, I think we're going to see some Darlington stripes. I really do. All right, well, Nicholas Vroom Vroom is going to take the pole here. Looks like Ed Morris did finally make it. So before we get to our picks and, of course, grabbing our pole sitter up here, we're going to go ahead and give our shout-outs. Of course, our admins tonight, Ed Morris, Bryce Sidisak, Patrick Moore up there in the admin tower. A big shout-out to them for each and every week for what they do there up there in that admin tower. A big shout-out to Rick Motek, Frank Rico over there, for sponsor the Cup Series yet again this season. A big shout-out to him. Couldn't do this without Frank and the team over there for sure. Big shout-out to Rick Donathan for putting on an awesome league over here at Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. All across the board, really, because it started with, I believe, on both sides, the oval and the road, and then it just went from there. And now there's somebody who runs the road, but Rick runs the oval with the help of the admin. So big shout out to Rick. Awesome league over here at Extreme. Glad to be a part of it. A big shout out to all the fans out there for tuning in each and every week here on MaxSpeedTV with Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. We appreciate it. And of course, big shout out to all my co-commentators, and tonight Elvis Rankin, Little King up here as always. Elvis, glad to have you up here in the booth, man.
Yeah, no problem. Enjoy being up here.
All right. Well, what do you say we get Vroom Vroom up here?
Sure, go for it.
All right. We're going to go ahead and grab Vroom Vroom up here, and we're going to go ahead and let Elvis interview our pole sitter here tonight. Elvis, go ahead, bud.
Well, Nicholas Roman in the number 95, grabbing the pole. Obviously, one of the people I used to beat. Nicholas, I got to ask, man, how is Darlington treating you tonight?
I like it, man. I like the setup. Setup feels really good, honestly. I think it's going to be a good race.
It's going to be a good race. Now, what do you think is going to be the game-changing decision that could win you this race tonight?
Pit strategy, man. I think whoever plays the gamble a little bit, pits a little early, is going to end up winning this race, getting that track position. I think that's what's going to matter. It's kind of hard to pass here.
Alrighty, well, Josh and I have already submitted our predictions for how many times people are going to get the old, I guess you could say, Darlington stripes. I got to ask one of the drivers, how many times do you think people are going to hit the wall tonight?
How many cars are in the field?
Josh?
29.
There's going to be at least 29.
Well, that is a good answer. Josh, you got anything Nicholas before he gets going for this race tonight?
Vroom Vroom, Are you going to be able to vroom it to victory lane here? I think that's going to be the biggest thing.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of tough competition out here. You know, you look at GT, Wiseheart, you know, Samson, you know, GTC, man. They're very competitive. So it's gonna be hard, man. But that's what I plan on doing. Before I go, a quick shout out to Bryce, man, for graduating film school, man. Shout out to him.
Oh, shout out to Bryce. Yeah, man. Awesome job. Yeah. All right, Nicholas, we're going to go ahead. We're going to put you in the lobby because I don't know exactly where you go yet. So, you know. But, Nicholas, good luck tonight, bud.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw him in the lobby there. He can make his way down to the room he needs to be in. Prime time. Oh, okay. So you know it. All right, let's go ahead and drag him down there then. How about we be nice here tonight? There we go. All right, what do you say we go mid-pack here tonight? Let's go with how about 15th, Mr. Paul Irvin here.
Go for it, Josh.
All right, Paul Irvin, buddy, got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Paul, you're going to be starting pretty much mid-pack here tonight with about 29 drivers here, buddy. It's Darlington yet again here this evening. How comfortable are you with the track? Do you have something for the drivers out here tonight? And what do you think is going to be the biggest thing here this evening?
Well, personally, I don't think there's any safe place on the track. You could be leading and easily hit the wall and find yourself behind in the garage. Track is a little loose for me. A little loose. Got a little loose in the qualifying. Felt like I was a little bit stronger to where I'm sitting. Biggest thing is just ride it out early. Make it the first pit stop. Just stay out of trouble.
Well, I'm hearing the fall off here tonight after a good solid run is roughly at about a 2-second or so fall off. That's pretty big.
Yeah, it's gonna feel like you've got no tires on you. You're gonna feel like you're chugging along. You're like, where in the world did my engine go? Am I down on power? Yeah, it's gonna be rough. But hopefully I can keep it off the wall, keep it straight, and make my way slowly to the front.
Well, how do you feel about the turns here this evening? You know, a lot of banking, 25 degrees, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 is 23, and we've even got some banking there on the front and back stretch, 3 degrees front, 2 degrees back. So how do you feel about the banking here?
Yeah, you're never sitting straight up and down in the car. You got a little bit of a lean to you. Just try to use it in my favor. Try to get the car to turn as much as possible without burning the tires off of it.
All righty, Elvis. Anything for Mr. Paul Irvin here, sitting back here in 15th and qualifying?
Of course, I got one thing. So we asked a couple of guys already. So how many cars do you think will hit the how many cars do you think will get the white and red stripes of Darlington tonight, Paul? Basically, how many are going to hit the wall?
I'll answer that with a question myself. How many cars do we have on the track? And that's my answer.
29. So same thing as Roman, you know. 2 drivers asked, 2 drivers with the same answer. Josh, I think I went a little low.
I said about half. So, you know, yeah, I'm a little low there too. So, you know. Oh, man. Well, Paul, good luck tonight. 145 laps here this evening. You know, it's not a long race per se because, you know, 27, you know, low 27s really. I mean, we're looking at, you know, a pretty quick, you know, race if it stays green. But it could turn into a handful there pretty quickly too because it is, well, Darlington. So, Paul, good luck, bud.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hope we can get a good show for you.
Uh-huh. All right, getting back down there to ECM. How about we go back into the field? How about the last driver to qualify? How about we go with Brandon Freeze here?
That's an interesting one. Let's go for it, Josh.
Let me see if I can find him. There he is. He's down there in 4X. I should know where he's at. Let's go ahead. There he is.
Well, we got our last qualifier tonight in the number 2 star in 26, Brandon Freeze. You got a copy?
Hey Elvis, how are you tonight?
I'm doing really good tonight, Brandon. Obviously, starting not where you would like to start tonight, down in 26th. Do you think you can work your way up to the front here at the Darlington Raceway?
Yeah, well, maybe that is where I wanted to start and kind of let the action unfold in front of me. So I just kind of putzed around the track and turned a couple laps just to put a time up. So I think we'll be good. I started in the back last night and was closing in on the top 10 and just needed about another lap or two, and I would have been there. So I think we'll be all right tonight.
Top 10 is the goal. Do you have actually any goals tonight where you want to finish? Is there any thing where we should be looking to see? Well, hey, he finished where he said he wanted to.
No, that's
So the main
first.
yeah, first. But honestly, my main goal coming into these races, the league is great, and this is really some of the best drivers in iRacing race in this league and in this series in particular. And my goal every week coming into these races is honestly just to finish with a 0x, and wherever I finish is where I finish. So as long as I don't wreck anyone and no one wrecks me, I call it a good night.
A good night indeed. That's always nice to have the 0x. Now, Josh, I'm going to let you ask the golden question of the night tonight, Josh.
Oh, man. You're going to put that pressure on me? Well,
I'm putting the pressure on you.
Elvis has asked the question here for the last two drivers we interviewed, so I'll go ahead and ask it since he told me to. How many drivers here tonight do you think is going to hit that Darlington stripe here this evening?
How many drivers are in the race?
Really? Okay, 29 drivers.
Yeah, it's 30. I'm gonna include the pace car in that.
Oh, ooh, that is honestly a good move. We were thinking 29, but he's like, no, I want 30. The pace car too. That is a good move right there.
Wow, I cannot believe that. All righty, Elvis, go ahead and finish this out here with Brandon, buddy. Brandon, good luck from me, but Elvis, go ahead, bud.
Alrighty, Brandon. Obviously not starting where we want to, but we're hoping for the best for you tonight. Brandon starting 26. He's going to end out in victory lane tonight, Josh. I got a feeling.
Thanks, guys. I hope so. I just want to thank everyone from Dynamart, Great House, Functional Fitness 615, teammates Casey Duncan, Chris Scala stepping in tonight, Jacob Lee, everyone at 4X, and everyone. You guys put on a great show every night, every week, and I look forward to watching the races every week, the day after the race. So I appreciate everything you guys do, and Rick and everybody at XM, and hopefully, like you said, I'll see you guys in victory lane.
All righty, Brandon. Good luck, bud.
Thanks.
All right, well, we got about 2 minutes here coming down to it. Let's get back over here up front here to our post hitter, Nicholas Vroman. But we got our picks here tonight as well, as we always do. I'll go ahead and throw my pick out there. I actually picked Mr. Darren Clement here tonight. Going to be qualifying in that 4 spot here this evening. That is going to be my pick here. Elvis, your pick, bud.
After qualifying, I'm really, regretting my pick, but I guess that's the enjoyment of having to pick your pick after qualifying, but it is Darlington, so I think this guy can come for the back. He won the last time we were out at Las Vegas, the caution-free race, the 25, Travis McDaniel, going to start 17th tonight, but I think he can make his way up to the front, Josh.
Oh, yeah, and, Travis up 3 spots from the last time we were here. Broadcasting Las Vegas, up 3 spots there, currently running in that fifth position, 6 points behind Vroom Vroom here, who is going to grab the pole. So, Travis, I think Travis still has yet a pretty good shot at making it into the chase. I wouldn't say technically locked in, but he still has, he's got about, I would say right now at about a 70% chance of making it into the chase.
Yeah, 70% chance. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Darren Clement on the bubble there in 10th. That's my pick. We're going to go ahead and talk about that too, because Darren Clement, they're sitting in that 10th spot, up 2 spots there, 211 points, 1 back. I would put him on a bubble. I really would. But that is going to be my pick here, starting 4 too. So he's going to have to do something though.
Josh, there's 12 cars to make the chase, not 10.
I know that, but he's still on the bubble. I know.
So how big is the bubble?
5, 6, 7. 7-point difference.
Okay. So
yes.
the bubble is pretty big in the world of Josh Medlock.
All it's going to take is Darren having a bad race.
I mean, all it's going to take is also someone winning a race.
True. But he's got to
Exactly.
win it. Or get
Easier
a good
said than
finish.
done.
Or
Easier said
get
than
a
done,
good finish. If he gets a good finish, he'll be good. But, he's still, I'm going to put him right there on the bubble. So, Anyway, that's going to be me. Let's get down here on the qualifying grid here, the MaxSpeedTV grid here tonight. Nicholas Vroman there in first. Todd Cray there on the outside in second. Dalton Calden third. Darren Clement in fourth. GT Hawkins fifth. David Weishart in sixth. Garrett D. Grant seventh. John Sterling in eighth. Daniel Ware in ninth. Garrett Heath going to round out the top 10. Good qualifying lap there by Garrett Heath. Go ahead, Elvis.
Alrighty, Garrett Heath's going to round out 10th, but starting outside the top 10, last year's champ, Mike Rominger, he's going to start 11th. Nick Hunt, he's pretty close to the bubble, I guess you could say, depending on how big that bubble is.
6
He's going to start 12th. Oh, I got to do it just one time. I got to really pronounce it. Scottish Rambler is going to start 13th tonight in the 57 GTM car. 14th, Tyler Hall, also in that big bubble range there. Could be knocked out. Also could move up a couple spots depending on tonight.
Yep.
15th, we interviewed him earlier, is Paul Irvin in the number 8 car. 16th is going to be Darren Bruce. 17th, Travis McDaniel. 18th in the Drive for Diabetes car, Brent Kuhl. 19th is going to be Chris Scala, who I believe is a substitution driver tonight. And rounding out your 2020, top 20 is Christian DeBoer. Josh, finish us out.
All righty. I didn't know Chris was subbing, but hey, glad to see Chris out here for sure. Michael Thwaites there, 21st. Jacob Lee, 22nd. Chris Seidenfaden, 23rd. Casey Duncan, 24th. David Ellett, 25th. Brandon Fries, 26th. And Rob Haynes, 27th. Gary May, 28th. And Michael Atkins Jr. is going to round it out here tonight there in that 29th spot. So 29 drivers here tonight. We get back up front here with Mr. Vroom Vroom himself. And that number 95 machine, he's going to be the driver to get us going. But there's a hack up along here, Elvis. This is going to be an entertaining race. A lot of downforce here in these cars.
You think these cars have a lot of downforce?
Yeah, with that big old spoiler.
No, you've seen nothing, Josh. But I guess for the oval side, lots of downforce from one spoiler. But anyways, coming to the green flag, Josh, you want to get him going?
Oh yeah, for sure. Pace car is going to be off. Vroom Vroom there in control. It's off and away. He's going to be on the loud pedal. Guess what? Lookity, folks. Racing here tonight at Darlington for the Rick Tech Cup Series, round number 8.
Nicholas Roman getting a good getaway there. Cray's going to file into second place. Looks like the outside groove in the practice was the favored groove. So it looks like we might see a couple guys jump upstairs. Multiple groove racetrack here. Roman, he stretched it about 2 car lengths, Josh.
Yeah, back here now with the 24 of Garrett E. Grant. I seen the 3 there of John Sterling get really close to the wall. He has kind of fallen back here a spot. But we're going to see him here. They're going to get
Grant
right
loose.
on the 24.
Hook in the apron, Josh. He gets really loose. Your man up to 3rd. Darren Clement moves up to 3rd. Started 4th. Gonna get +1 there. Roman's now gonna start to stretch it out. He's gonna try and just run away with it. And he's gonna then try and save the tires. First couple laps, you're gonna start to see these guys really push. It's like at an all-you-can-eat buffet, Josh. Just trying to snag every position they can.
Yeah, for sure. You know, the better the finish, the more points, of course. You know, but getting the win, it's going to be the best thing you can do, and of course to capitalize on everything. Boy, that number 9 though, Mike Rominger all over the back of the 57 of Scottish Rambler there. Yes, I did it. Sorry. But Scott, a great racer out here. You know, in that butt kicker 57 machine. Mike there was all over the back of him. Now he's backed off there. Now it looks like everybody pretty much single filing it out here. They're going to let these tires get a little bit more warm. Oh, Todd Gray going to fall back a spot as Darren Clement makes the pass for 2nd.
Clement up to 2nd. And you know what I just realized, Josh? When everybody was making their predictions about who's going to hit the wall, a lot of the drivers that said 29, they actually included themselves.
Yep.
I didn't just realize that. So they say they're going to hit the wall. A little odd there. But Clement up to second, started from fourth, now +2. Now he's going to have to start running in the 95, Nicholas Roman. Josh, that 32 looking really solid tonight.
Yeah, really solid, really strong here early on. Already on lap number 6 here, but did this, I was told about lap 7, somewhere between 7 and 10, is where you're going to start seeing that fall off of the tires. So I think really what we're going to start seeing right now is those tires starting to fall off a little bit. And of course, the further we get into the runs, it's going to fall off a little bit further. But I think right now, they're really, for some, maybe starting to come in, because we know some drivers love it when these tires start to fall off. They get the better runs and the better drive into and out of the corners. So I guess we're going to have to really see here who's going to try to decide on passing here as the tires start to fall off.
Yeah, the 69 in that beautiful looking old school Dale Earnhardt Sr. car. It's going to get actually passed around the outside by that bright orange number 19 of Danny Ware. Could be a bit of a strategy for him there. I guess I'm going to call him tonight the Intimidator in the 69. He might be trying to save them tires, Josh, and really try and fire off late here.
We know David, he likes to fall back. He likes to do his thing. He likes to race his race and his race only. So, this is a driver's track. You have to race the track and not the drivers themselves. So maybe David is just trying to see what he can do here early on. He is falling back a spot here to that number 19 of Danny Ware. He does have John Sterling there in that number 3 behind him on the back stretch here, making our way back down into turn number 3 and 4. Back to the front stretch here momentarily. Garrett Heath up a spot already from 10th to 9th. Single file here, so to speak.
Yeah, super single file racing line at the moment, trying to save the tires. Obviously racing the track more than you're racing the cars around you, so these guys are just taking it easy at the start. But Josh, Darren Clemente's actually looking very solid tonight, closing that gap to Nicholas Roman. Roman obviously still has about a 5-car length advantage, but Clemente's doing the job he needs to do to not let Roman get away and get far enough out to where he can save those tires.
Yeah, you're looking at about almost, I'm seeing about 0.5 of a second now between Darren and Nicholas, first and second. Todd Gray is back a spot here into third. But yeah, Darren already, it looks like Todd popped the wall there a little bit. Ooh, I seen sparks.
And it turns out we already have one driver who's hit the wall, so let's get the tally out. Let's mark Todd Cray with the wall incident. And, he's obviously got a long way to go, only on lap 12. He's about to complete lap 12 on lap 13, right about... Never mind, they're on the backstretch.
Half a lap here behind.
Half a lap, so here comes the
There he
13. Goes. So now they're on lap 13, and obviously very, very early into this 145 lap.
Into the inside wall on the front stretch. No caution. I'm going to go ahead and go back and take a look at it here. Boy, his speed dropped. He hit the wall, and he was gone.
What car number was that, Josh?
That was the number 8 of Paul Irvin in the GTR 8 machine.
Ooh, yeah, the front end of that car is gone at the moment.
Yeah, he hit the wall on the front stretch. Well, the inside wall. I don't know exactly what happened. Take a look at it. Oh, he hit that outside wall.
Ooh,
right
and then it
where
just...
you don't want to hit it. And boy, that just shot him down into that inside wall, and he glitched into the wall. Heavy damage to the 8 machine of Paul Irvin. Oh, and he has already taken his car behind the wall. He's done.
He's done for the night for sure. No hood on the car. I might come back out, and nope, he's put the thing over the wall. They packed up the hauler. They're heading home. That is a tough break on lap 12. Oh, a little bit of a slip up back here, Josh, in about the 20s. And Garrett Grant He's been all over that apron, Josh, and he's making amazing saves.
Well,
There's a bit of a stack up here, almost 3 wide.
well, let's go ahead and get back here to Garrett D. Grant in that number 24 machine. It looks like they're going to try to get it figured out back here, side by side behind them. It looks like Casey Duncan now to the inside of that number 5 there for Sidon Fadden. Hey, I got the right number this time. Chris smacking the wall a little bit, got a little loosey-goosey there. Looks like he's A-okay, good save. Out of turn 2 here on the backstretch, making away now here momentarily into turn number 3. Now they've got to figure it out.
Clement falling like a rock. He's now getting passed by GT Hawkins. Oh, and they look like they almost might have had contact. This is for P4, Josh.
Yep.
And Clement's in the wall. He's hit the wall. Now he's going to get passed by the 19, who's going to go all the way down the racetrack. And they're going to go 3 wide.
And that didn't last but a second, but...
Oh, there's still in the car there. The Intimidator
David.
getting ran out of room? Seems like it should be the other way around, maybe.
The thing about these cars, though, Elvis, you get the draft, and they got that big spoiler. I'll keep it PG. They got that big spoiler on the back, and they're getting drafted off of one another, and they're staying pretty much together, maybe 1 or 2 cars right now. But you can get that run, but if you get the run, you've got to make the pass. If you don't make the pass, then you're asking for trouble. And I think that's what we just seen.
A couple more cars knocking down the fence there in turns 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure Roman's the only guy who's not hit the fence yet. He's not got them Darlington stripes, and he's out front. He's leading by about 20 car lengths, Josh. Yeah, maybe some kind of damage on the car, maybe. I don't know. It's only lap 20, no caution so far. We got a couple of movers and shakers, Josh. Darren Clement was looking super strong at the early stages. Now he's falling like a rock, Josh. Now he's getting ran by 2 of the... I think both of these guys are in the top 5 in the points of Scott List Rambler and David Weishart. Now I'm going to try and pick up 5th. Fighting for that 6th spot there, 3-car battle. There's also a little bit of a battle here for 2nd up here, I believe, as well, Josh, between Todd Cray and Dalton Cowden. These 2 guys are running for that 2nd spot, trying to run down your leader, Nicholas Vroom Vroom Roman, who is extending his advantage, Josh, 1.6 seconds.
Yep, he's extending that a little bit. You was talking about Scott Rambler and David Weishart here. 32, of course, going to Darren Clement. Going to get around here, it looks like. Now we got a Darren Clement up here. We got the 57 of Scott Rambler, David Weishart. They're all right here together. Scott Rambler there in 3rd, David Weishart in 2nd in the point standings. And you got Darren Clement back here up 2 spots into 10th. So, you know, these drivers, you know, Darren especially, he is going to be looking here to do something as we see the 57 go to the inside. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, now the race is really starting to spread out here. We're starting to get a couple of packs. David Weishart in that 69 car. He's not going to try and grab the spot. He's now hanging back just a little bit there with a number 3 GTM car there of John Sterling now trying to also grab a couple spots. Trying to, you know, still very early in the race, lap 25. But now these tires, Josh, we got to start thinking about it. The tires have got to start dropping off pretty soon.
Yeah, well, they've already really started dropping off. We see it's still yet about 2 seconds here from the best to the last, 27.568. We're going to see here the time here this time by 29.582 from Nicholas Vroman. So we're looking at about already a 2-second fall off here. They've been out here 26 laps here already.
David Weishart, he seems to get around that number, I believe that's the number, 32 of Derek
32.
Clement.
Yep.
Pretty
Oh,
effortlessly.
back here. Garrett Heath to the inside of the 3.
He's going to go by the inside of the teammate there. Now they're going to try and situate themselves out, but they can't situate for too long because that number 25, Travis McDaniel, he's going to peek to the inside there of John Sterling. Can he drive it in deep enough there? Going to go below the line, going to try and pull a slider.
Yeah, it looks like
Gets it
looks
to
like
stick.
the 3 of John Sterling backed off a little bit. That's
Oh,
kind of what it
he
looks like
got
to me.
close to the wall there, Josh, out of turn number 2. Don't mean to interrupt you, but he is
Yeah.
still trying to close the back bumper of Darren Clement. Did he burn his tires off too fast? Trying to run down Nicholas Vroom Vroom Roman here in that GTR number 32. The cyan blue, I believe that the light blue, cyan blue, I don't know what you call it,
Yeah,
Josh.
cyan, light blue, sky blue,
Oh,
baby blue,
he's
whatever.
in the
Yep.
wall again.
Whoa!
A bad run off the corner. McDaniel, he's going to try and take advantage. Can't get the draft.
That's going to lose the momentum for the 23, though.
It's going to lose the momentum for that 23. They might have to do a little switcheroo here, Josh, and put that 25 out front. Let him maybe take some fire at that number 32 car.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what's behind
obviously,
him? John Sterling right here with him.
do not want to touch that wall here. As we've seen a couple of guys do it already. As I said earlier in the race, Josh, if you're not hitting the wall, you're not pushing hard enough.
Well, I
Now's
think we've seen several drivers already hit that wall.
Indeed, they are. That means they're going for it, man. That means they are really, really going for it. But there's also a nice battle back here, Josh, from about 12th, and there's just a massive train of cars.
Yep.
All the way to about
There's-
19th of
Yeah,
some of
the
these guys who might just be saving their cars, saving their tires. Oh,
No.
and Atkinson, and oh my, Garrett
Whoa.
Atkinson, Michael Atkins Jr. and Gary May had a little bit of contact in the turn number 1. Atkinson making an amazing save.
I
Gary
missed
May,
it.
Michael Thwaites, pardon me.
Oh, Michael Thwaites.
Thwaites.
Okay. Michael Thwaites there back here in the 12. Now, I was watching the 29 of Chris Scala here. Now, I do believe he is what you called a substitute here. He's made his way from 19th to 16th. He's coming up on the 00 of Nick Hunt. But, yeah, good save there by Michael Thwaites. He looks like he did get around the 18 of Casey Duncan here as well back here for that 21st position. As we get back up here to Nick Hunt, who is going to get passed up there by Chris Scala himself. A couple of teammates right here together, I do believe, for 4X. Chris Scala is 4X, and the 00 of Nick Hunt is JBR, Jacob Bell Racing.
Yeah, a couple of teammates back there fighting up here, but up at the front, I'm starting to notice a common theme, Josh. These packs of 2. Obviously, Nicholas Roman has separated himself by about, oh, and he's in the wall, actually, Josh. Separated himself by about 1.3 seconds, and then you're going to see behind him 2nd and 3rd in a pair, 4th and 5th in a pair, 5th and 6th, or 6th and 7th, pardon me, kind of in a pair. And then kind of back here is where the blob kind of starts to start a pack of 4, Josh, where a couple of these guys are trying to run down the number 32 of Darren Clement, and oh, the teammates just got together out of turn 4, no caution. What?
And the 23, no caution.
I have to check if cautions are off.
Let's go back here and see what happened to John Sterling in that number 3 and the 23 of Garrett Heath here.
Oh, I think it's a technical problem on the part of Garrett Heath. If you go to his cockpit, Josh, it looks like his steering wheel just jumped massively to the left, and he was trying to avoid, and there's nothing he could do, and it just wanted to turn him to that inside wall. A little bit of a technical failure there, I believe, Josh.
Yeah, but that should have been a caution. Garrett Heath is stopped on the track, on the front stretch.
On the apron, though, Josh. Got to remember, below
Yeah,
that white line, it's legal
true.
in iRacing. But, man, oh, man, that is a tough break for those guys. But you know what? I'm going to say it's a gift for that 25 Travis McDaniel. 1 lap ago, he just got by that pair, and he's already gotten by Darren Clement.
Yep, Darren Clement back into 9. You know, seeing some passing still yet. It looks like we got another pass going on. The 42 getting around the 00. The 21 here, that is going to be Jacob Lee here, who is 4 laps down, coming up on now that 00. Not sure exactly, you know, what that 00 is going to do, how the 21 is going to manage to get around the 00. But I think if Nick feels like he is not fast enough, and the 21 is faster, I think Nick is probably going to end up backing off and letting that 21 around, as we see the 21 here still closing in on that 00 into 3 and 4 here. It looks like the 21 is going to dive it low. That 00 not going to fight him too awfully hard there, but the 21 is going to complete the pass there. Not for position, but he is going to get around Nick Hunt here, and it looks like the 69 of David Weishart going to fall back a spot to Scott Rambler here, Elvis, for that 5th spot. So we should be coming up on some green flag pit stops here pretty quickly. We're going to be coming up on lap 30, lap 40 here.
Yeah, these guys are on lap 39 at the moment, coming down the back straightaway. I believe Roman, he might already be on the front straightaway. Yeah, he's coming out of turn number 4. He's going to come to lap number 40. And then they're going to need probably start pitting pretty soon, Josh. I believe pit window is open.
48 to 54.
Oh, so a little longer.
About eight or so laps. Yeah, I would say 8 to 10 laps. So we're coming up on the window, but we still got a little bit to go. Good racing here, good passing. Well, let's get back here to Nick Hunt. Fell back another spot to Michael Waits. Michael got around. Now, do you short pit here at Darlington, or do you keep going? You know,
Josh, the common theme that I was thinking about for strategy, as Nick Hunt's off the racetrack, I believe, Josh, he might be pitting.
Okay, Brent Cool made a pit stop here. Looks like he is 1 lap down Nick Hunt. Yeah, Nick Hunt is coming down pit road.
Yes.
Now, go ahead.
The common theme that I would think about the pit stops is most likely on that final stop, you're going to take those 4 tires. So might not try short pitting just a tiny bit, maybe a couple laps, maybe even go a little bit outside that window, Josh, and try and make a bold play like we've seen Nick Hunt do here. Get those fresh tires and try and jump up to the, top 5 or so, and then do it all over again. And then towards the later stage of the race, you got those 4 fresh tires that you're going to put on, and however much fuel you need, you need.
Yeah, you're probably looking at, 43 laps here. And last night, of course, we have our first caution. Now, let's hope we don't have a caution, but our first caution last night was about lap 16, and that was the only caution we had. But tonight, we've been green flag since the start of the race. We're a little bit spread out right now, though. We're seeing some more pit stops happening here. Brandon is coming down pit road. Brandon Freeze, Elvis, go ahead.
Yeah, Brandon Freeze coming down pit road. Danny Ware, I believe, also down pit road. There's a couple of guys who are making the bold play, lap 44 for the race leader. And they are all taking the gamble, coming down pit road, trying to play that short pit strategy. The pack's starting to spread out just a little bit. Got a couple of packs still together towards the back end of the field, Josh, from about a 10th or so on back there. Usually there's a big chain. You can see a connection. But up front, man, it still is pretty spread, like how you spread the peanut butter on the bread. And, it's been, so far, not much is going on at the moment. But, obviously, green flag pit stops, and the action is going to pop off.
Yep, Michael Atkins Jr. down pit road. The 5 coming down pit road as well. That's going to be Mr. Chris Seidenfaden. Of course, he is 5 laps down here. Michael Atkins Jr. down pit road. He is going to go a lap down. We got some drivers coming down a little bit early, I would say.
On Todd Cray in the number 22, he's obviously probably got to be thinking about running P3 at the moment. Amazing run for Todd. Sometimes we don't see Todd up at these tracks. He likes the short tracks. Not actually talked to him that much about how he likes this track, but he's on the back bumper of Dalton Cowden. He's now starting to make a storm back here on that number 34. I saw him fall back a little bit here on that number 34. But I don't know if you're going to be able to see here on MaxSpeedTV. You can just be able to see that number 95 up in front. That is your leader. His gap right now, about 1.3 seconds. So Cowden has been able to bring that down just a little bit. Now Todd Cray, he is a man on a mission on Cowden. He's may be able to look for the pass here. Cowden doing a good job defending that inside in the corner where Cray needs to be. Obviously, Cray now, he's starting to come on the attack, and Josh is back. Let's go.
All right, yep.
Cowden to the pit lane.
Yeah, it looks like coming down pit road here, Dalton Cowden. All right, trying to adjust my mic here for everybody. So Dalton down pit road. It looks like Travis McDaniel, Darren Clement down pit road as well. David Elliott coming down pit road too here. So green flag pit stops here tonight, folks. Here comes Vroom Vroom there, Elvis. He's down pit road.
Yeah, your leader in second place coming out pit road, Todd Cray with an amazing pit entry. He's going to close the gap massively to Nicholas Vroman.
Yep, David Weishart, of course, down pit road too. So, wow.
Yeah. Looks like Todd Cray took that wide pit entry line, and it worked out for him.
Go ahead.
It was really good. He got a nice and close there to the number 95 of Nicholas Roman. And pit lane is the place to be, Josh. Pit lane is super busy. The 69, 25 coming off on exit. Your pick, the 32, and a lot of cars coming off pit road.
Yeah, there are a lot on pit road, a lot coming off of pit road here. We got more coming down. Tyler Hallman, Garrett D. Grant down pit road here. We got John Sterling coming down. So, hey, man, I guess this 48 to 54 laps, hey, I guess this is pretty good. Wow. GT coming down. Here comes Scottless Rambler as well.
Yeah, Rambler down pit road.
Ooh.
And it looks like Todd Cray has actually jumped Nicholas Roman in the pit stops, Josh.
Ooh. Todd Cray, yes, he did there. Currently one lap down, but we're still waiting for everything to kind of reset here, everything to cycle through. So it looks like everybody now coming down pit road here. We got Chris Scala here there in that number 29. The last driver yet to pit, GT Hawkins on pit road here into his pit stall. We got Scott Rambler there in his pit stall.
Right
so it's
now
going to be Cowden, Todd Cray after everything cycles through. But right now we got, Chris Scala up front.
GT Hawkins coming off pit road with his teammate Scott Rambler right behind him. These teammates are going to probably have to work together a little bit nose to tail. They're a little bit behind David Wise, who they were up there with. Ooh, and right in front of Weishart, the number 4 car.
Ooh.
Hitting the fence a little bit there. Oh, 3 wide for a brief second. And Weishart is below the line, and he gets it to stick.
Weishart, where is he at? There he is, that number 69 machine.
Cowden had his massive advantage for like 1 or 2 laps out front. Now he's got that lead, Josh. Now he can save those tires where the cars behind him, they have to run him down.
Now Lisa Rankin out there in Chad. You never get the caution when you want it. Yeah, I could agree to that.
I'm gonna say, Josh, we've had a green flag cycle. We need some stack ups. We need to bunch up. We need to
bunch up. We need we need to get it going here. Chris Scala, he's gonna be off and away here. Let's see what Chris did. It looks like Yeah, he of course, yeah, he took for Mr. Feelgoods here, and that tank of fuel guaranteed. Dalton Cowden up front now, Todd Cray in second, Vroom there. Right behind that, number 22 machine, David Weishart in fourth, Travis McDaniel there in fifth, running out the top 5.
Yeah, Josh, it seems like everybody's spread out here. And now it's just the tire game, I guess you could say. That's what's going to make this race exciting.
All right, well, let's see here what happens on this cycle here as we are going to be coming now to lap, well, we're on 56 here, so it'll be next time lap 57. And we're on the back stretch here with Dalton Cowden up front, that number 34 machine. I'm going to try to move my microphone here without making so much noise. So lap 57 of 145 here this evening. $72.5 laps is going to be our halfway mark. Still got some awesome racing out here. We've been green flag from the start. Let's run down through the field here. Dalton Cowden up front, coming from third to first. Todd Cray second, still there in second. Vroom, our pole sitter there in third. David Weishart started sixth and fourth. Scott Les Rambler there started 13th in fifth. Travis McDaniel 17th to 6th. GT Hawkins 5th to 7th. Darren Clement there 4th to 8th. Michael Atkins Jr. 29th to 9th. Probably our biggest mover here so far. Then Tyler Hallman here 14th to 10th. Darren Bruce 16th to 11th. Garrett D. Grant 7th, falling back to 12th currently. Rob Haynes, our favorite Canadian, 27th to 13th. Another big mover here. Mike Rominger 11th. Started and currently running in 14th. David Elliott started 25th and 15th. Michael Thwaite started 21st, running in 16th. Brandon Freeze 26th to 17th. Kristen DeMoore currently running in 18th, started 20th. Nick Hunt started 12th. And back here in 18th. It looks like he is going to go a lap down here as he gets passed up there by that number 22 machine. There's Todd Cray, Dalton Cowden, Vroom there going to get around. So started 12th, currently running in 19th. And Chris Scala started 19th, currently running in 20th, running down through the top of 20 here. Oh, well, we still got a ways to go here tonight, folks. We really do. But let's get up here to maybe a potential battle here for that. Oh, Todd Cray smacking the wall. Vroom there, right there with him. Oh, we got Jacob Bell out there actually racing in real life here and coming in, tuning in. Well, good luck out there, Jacob, for real life, for racing there. And be safe, bud. That's really what I got to say, and good luck to you, bud. Glad to see you pop in here for sure. We got... still got a lot of laps left here. We're nowhere near done. Todd Cray. Looks like the 34 going to go around the 2 here of Brandon Freeze to put him a lap down. Here comes the 22 of Todd Cray there. Going to look to the inside of that number 2 machine. The 95 of Vroom as well. Seeing that side by side. It looks like that number 2 is just going to try to stay high a little bit there, but that's going to open the door up for that number 95. He's not going to be able to go to the inside of Todd Cray here. He's just going to fall right behind him as they both get around Brandon Free. So let's see here. Looks like behind Vroom Vroom here is going to be David Weishart there in that 4th spot. All right, Elvis taking 5 here, but he's back. Elvis, I gotta say, man, this green flag action here at Darlington, and yeah, they're a little bit spread out. We got a couple of cars here still neck and neck to one another, but I mean, green flag at Darlington. I mean, this is amazing, man. This is awesome.
Well, there's one track. If there's one track that's good for green flag racing, it's this one, because it's always exciting to see these guys go around this track. You know, they gotta go right up against the wall, and it's driving the track, which is fun to watch on a green flag run.
All right, Mr. Little King up here. Man, I gotta say though, this is this is crazy.
You can't imagine how it is in the car.
Well, I thought we go cockpit somebody. Who do we go cockpit with?
Todd Cray, he's running P2. He's hunting down the lead.
All right, let's go cockpit here with Todd Gray here for a couple. Okay, let me go ahead and turn this down a little bit because it's not cranking up or anything. So let's go ahead and turn that down a little bit, and let's go a couple of laps here with Todd Gray and kind of see what he's doing here. You know, oh, looks like that 34 of Dalton Calden from cockpit here might have got a little bit close to the wall, but it didn't affect him any. But Todd's still right there with that 34 machine.
Yeah, he ran him down, obviously, from the number 34 getting away a little bit on that pit stop. Now the 22 starting to flex some muscle. He's starting to, you know, get up there towards the front. He might be trying to take the lead in a couple laps, Josh.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Running very close to the wall is that 34.
Oh, yeah, man, that wall, oof.
Todd Craze just gets an amazing run out of the corner. He gets that drive off that I feel like that 34, he's sliding up just a bit too much in the middle, and he's just losing time on the exit in turn 3 and 4. However, that time on turn 1 and 2, it was kind of the opposite, Josh.
Yeah, and you look at the who we have up front, you know, manufacturer-wise. We got a Toyota Camry up front, okay? Then we got a Chevy, 2, 3, and 4. Then we got a Toyota, 5th and 6th.
Seems like, I'm going to say Chevy's the preferred car in this right now.
Yeah, we got a lot of Chevys
Although we
out
got a
here.
Camry out front, I think Chevy's still the preferred. At restrictor plate races, it might be a little different, though.
We got, let's see here,
Ooh, a big
2.
run off. Here he goes, Josh.
Yep,
Thinking about it.
Yeah, he was thinking about it. Let's go ahead and go wide view here and watch Todd Cray. But that has allowed Vroom Vroom to get right up there to him, and right behind him is going to be, I believe that is going to be Chris Scala there. Chris Scala still right there with him.
Yeah, Scala, he obviously just threw the tow rope, he hooked on Roman, and he's just letting her fly, and here comes Cray to the lead, Josh. Oh, sliding up in the middle.
Todd, do it! No, can't do it out of 2. Oh!
He needs to get to that top groove, Josh. It seems like the bottom is just...
Yeah.
It gets just too tight through the center, and that top groove has that launch off the corner.
Yeah, we see Vroom Vroom there. You know, we getting that run on Chris Scala there on that high side. I think that high line. I think you're right. I think that high line is the best preferred line right now. And we've already been out here, though, at about 25 or so laps. There's only a 1-lap difference, though, between, of course, Todd Cray and Dalton Calden. What's Todd going to do?
Getting loose. Here comes Todd at the bottom. By into turn number 1. Roman's going to go, and he's going to get into the wall.
Good save by Roman, and a good checkup by Chris Scala there. He backed off.
Obviously, it looked like Roman had the upper hand. If he can get that nose to the outside of Todd Cray, while Cray attempts to make the move on Dalton Cowden, then I think Roman can maybe get up to second. But man, oh man, it is hard to pass, Josh.
Oh, yeah, it is so... Darlington, okay, Darlington, Bristol, Richmond. There's another track there I know I'm forgetting. But they're so hard to pass. We're going to see Todd Cray here try it again to the inside. Okay. Oh, the 34
There
is
he
going to let him
goes.
go around. I think the 34 just backed off.
Yeah,
I
obviously
really
might have been
do.
burning up some tires, having to race that number 22. But now Cowden's going to defend from Roman, and he just let Roman get to the top side. Oh, and he kind of made him wiggle and got into him.
Oh! Wow! New Hampshire, that's the other one. Bobby Childs out there. Yeah, New Hampshire. Yeah, that's another track that's very hard to pass at. Yeah. Man, I gotta say though, green flag, 78 laps here. Coming to lap 79 this time by Elvis. Well, I think what we need to do right now, since we're not coming up on green flag pit stops anytime soon here, I think we can cockpit crank it up. So, who do we cockpit crank it up with here?
I'm going to let you pick, Josh. I don't know. There's a lot of good ones.
All right. How about we go with Nick Bruce here in that number 27 machine back here in that 11th spot, starting in 16th. Let's go cockpit and let's crank it up here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. Alrighty, folks. Well, we are going to go with another driver here tonight with the cockpit cranking up. We're going to stay cranked up here tonight, and we're going to go ahead and get back here with Mike Rominger here. Cockpit with Mike Rominger. Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Of course, we have a new leader, and I know Elvis has been taking a look at that. Elvis, go ahead, bud.
Yeah, created the lead. He stretched it out about 3 seconds. It seemed like he just struggled to get around Dalton Cowden, but as soon as he did, it was no problem whatsoever. Now we're going to see if Nicholas Vroom Vroom Vroman can do it himself. David Weishart now has closed up the gap to Nicholas Roman. I believe he's now only a couple of tenths of a second behind. He obviously has one of those GTN cars in front of him, in between one of them lap cars, but a pack of 3. Now they're going to have to try and run back down the number 34 of Dalton Cowden, and we're going to see how this green flag stop shakes out, Josh.
Yeah, John Sterling there in between the 95 of Vroom Vroom. And, of course, that number 69 there of David Weishart in that Northern Capital machine. Now, that's an unusual paint that I'm used to seeing from a Northern Capital guy. You know, I'm used to seeing the blues and, you know, all the other good stuff. So
I was struggling to find him early in the race, Josh.
Yeah, that's an unusual paint, but, hey, a nice throwback for sure. We've got other throwbacks here, too, but I don't know. I can't really tell who's running a throwback. Now, remember, I'm only 32 years old, so I don't know who's running what throwbacks. I mean, it could be before. I mean, they could be running throwbacks in the 70s, so, you know, I don't know.
I mean, it goes along with the name, Josh. Throwback.
True.
And we are driving on Thursday, so Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday, yeah, for sure. Man, we still got to watch this, though. Here comes the 3 now to the inside of the 95, not for position. However, oh, that was close. Oh, they're still close. Oh, good luck. The 90.
Yeah, the three's trying to buy time for that 57 so he can catch up there, and it worked, Josh. And now the 14, he's going to try and bridge the gap. He's going to try and catch up. Now we got a nice bit of a battle here for 3rd to 6th. I'm going to say GT's kind of in that battle. We're going to say 5th for now, though, as GT trying to catch his way up there. But
yeah, GT currently running in that 6th spot. Scott Rambler there in that 5th position. We got Travis McDaniel. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and pick on ourselves here tonight. We got Travis McDaniel here in that number 25 machine in 7th. We got Darren Clement in 8th there. So our 2 picks right here, 7th and 8th here together, but they're separated at about 2 seconds, you know. So what's going to happen here?
Battle for 3rd, Josh.
Oh, battle for 3rd. Let's take a look at it.
Weishart to the bottom, and it looks like his Rambler's to the top. Scott Rambler gets to that top side there. Weishart tries to drive it in super deep there. And Rambler's around the
So
outside,
it's a battle for
ripping the
fourth.
top.
But we got Vroom Vroom there too, so
Vroom gonna help bridge the gap there. Rambler's up
yes.
to 4th. DT now in the fights. Now it's 3rd through 6th in this battle.
Oh, golly. Vroom Vroom, Rambler, Weishart, Hawkins. Uh-oh. I smell trouble.
I smell a good fight. I smell a good battle. But pit stops are gonna pretty soon, I believe, Josh, coming to factor. I don't know when that second pit window is.
48 to 54 laps. They're about 47,
They're almost
48
there.
laps here, and we got
And
something
Rambler with
already
the
coming
huge
down.
slider.
Whoa! Yes,
And
he
Weishart
did.
also is going to go to the bottom. Can he make it stick? That's the question. GT's in the same place, except he's going to elect the bottom. He's going to elect to go to the pits, Josh.
Okay, so...
Hawkins, oh, he's all over the place on that apron.
Oh, he got it, though. He got it.
Hawkins Jr.
Travis
Who is a lap
McDaniel
down.
coming down. Darren Bruce in his pit stall. Oh, good Lord. Here we go. We're opened it up here tonight again for the second round. And could this be the final stop? Oh, man, that's going to be close. Ooh.
Ooh, Weishart elects to come late. Can they make it on this stop? Obviously, I believe if they take that full tank and 4 tires, they can. Now's when that pit,
Yep, they're coming down.
now's when that window opens. Atkinson Jr., he was up with that pack, currently 1 lap down in 17th, but already made his final stop. Can he make it to the flag? Pitted on lap 88, Josh. Ooh, it's going to be a stretch.
88 to 145. Let's go ahead and map this medlock here. So
He's going to have to save a little bit, I believe.
145 minus 88 here is about 57 laps, roughly.
He's going to have to save just a little bit there to try and make it to the flag if he wants it. If not, he's going to have to splash and dash. The good old splash and dash.
If we see a splash and dash, I'm going to go ahead and drag that calculator at the bottom here because we're going to have
Cowden's in. 2nd place.
All right,
He's
Cowden.
in now.
Yep. Todd Cray coming down too. Cowden, Clement, Rominger.
Travis McDaniel, he's down. He's already been down.
Travis McDaniel.
He's already been down pit lane.
He has already been down. He's already on 1 lap, coming to his 2nd stint here. I think Travis is going to be able to make it here. So 145 minus 101 here roughly, or 102, so 44, 45 laps. It's going to be close, but I think Travis might be able to make it there to the end.
Yeah, 57, I believe, might come down this time, Josh.
And
If
Dalton
my
Cowden
mind,
can make it too. So
if my
go ahead.
mind reading tricks right, Josh, and they are, Scott Rambler to the pit lane.
Yeah, Scott is coming down. Looks like Chris Scala is going to stay out. Here's the thing. Chris Scala, we only got 2 drivers right now on the lead lap. We got Scott Rambler. Oh, Scott is on pit road.
And Chris Scala, who's done a little bit of a later pit cycle, Josh. Last time, gotta say, Josh, last time pitted was on lap 54. He pushed that window as far as he could. So he's going to try and lead a couple laps, it seems like here, Josh. He's going to now get passed by last year's champ, Mike Rominger, on lap 102.
Yeah,
Coming to complete and start lap 103.
Yeah, and everybody, pretty much back on the lead lap here. Nick Hunt on the lead lap. We got Scott Rambler coming off of pit road here. We got John Sterling 1 lap down, but John has already made his pit stop. I think he's going to be able to run down. Of course, once Chris comes down, everything's going to, pretty much cycle through. So
everything will have cycled out. It looks like Todd Cray, he's back by about where GT Hawkins was. He was the earliest of those guys who pitted. He's on about 6 lap old tires, where Todd Cray, he's on about 3 lap old tires right now. And now they're going to come in, I believe, claim the lead, actually. So here's pass for the lead. Todd Cray is going to go to the inside. I mean, that's 3-lap tires versus 50-lap tires, Josh.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now here comes that number 22. He's got that 14 behind him, a GT Hawkins. Hawkins just maybe looking to save some tires now, save some juice for the end. And he's got David Weishart in that throwback scheme behind him. Weishart's now going to try and run down the 14. Looks like Dalton Cowden.
Down. Yep, Chris Gala going to go ahead and come down, but Dalton Cowden he was talking about, go ahead.
Yeah, Cowden, he pitted from second on the racetrack. Now he's down to 6th with Vroom Vroom Roman right behind, actually fourth, pardon me. He's going to jump down to 4th with Nicholas Vroom Vroom Roman right behind him. So these two guys cycled out nicely. And Scott Ramler, he was the latest of the pitters. He's about 6.5 seconds back. But, Josh, he is on about 2 lap newer tires than that leader, Todd Cray.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We take a look at it here. The Scott Rambler there at about 3 laps so far. We got Todd Cray at about 6 laps. We're going to see 4 there by Scott Rambler when he crosses the stripe, which he already did. Man, I don't know. We've been green flagged. We're now looking at tires. I don't think we're looking at so much fuel as what we're looking about tires right now. But we see the 14 there, going to get around that number 2. Here comes the 69 of David Weishart around the 2 of Brandon Freeze. I think it's going to come down to tires. I really
agree
do.
with you, Josh.
Yes. Can Todd Cray, here's the thing, can Todd Cray, he is about, I would say, looking at it here, at about 5/10 of a second behind GT. GT's catching him, though. Oh, man, I don't know. Todd Cray has those fresher tires. About 3 laps.
He has the draft, Josh.
True.
So it's hand in hand. What do you want? You want tires or you want draft?
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. Oh, man. Ooh, the 69 scraping the wall there a little bit. I'm on GT, but I see the 69.
Yeah, the 69 there, right close to that 14. These two trying to run down that 22 solid all night long. It's just going to come down to who's going to perform the best here tonight. And yeah, these two guys they've kind of been the 2 dominant people all season. GT Hawkins and David Weishart, one for GTM and one for, I believe it's Samson Motorsports, Josh. And these guys have been super solid all night long, and all season long, in fact. These guys have really brought it back tonight. Now they're running second, third, and contending for a win, Josh.
Yes, they are. GT Hawkins there in second. David Weishart there for Samson Motorsports. It does say Northern Capital or Northern on the side. So, yeah, David Weishart is, of course. I know David for quite a while. So, that is Samson Motorsports there in that 69. So, they're in that 3rd spot. We also have another Northern Capital guy back here, and he is in the Northern Capital 25 of Travis McDaniel there in 7th, but he's about 8.2 seconds back, 8.3 from the leader. He's about 4.1 seconds back from Scott Randall. It looks like David Weishart here looking to the inside of the 14 of GT. Not going to be able to do it that time by as we hit 113 here tonight. Todd Cray still, well, he's now got almost a second gap over GT Hawkins at about 9/10 of a second. Can Todd hold it? That's the biggest thing.
I'm going to say I think he can, Josh. He's been the kind of guy I've been having my eye on tonight. He's kind of been the guy who's had the most pace in that car, that 22 GTR car, and he is just setting sail now in that 22, and he's starting to stretch out a little bit, Josh. 1.1 seconds. The only person I really feel like can catch him, and he's a little far away, it's Scott Rambler.
Yeah, Scott Rambler there back here in 5th here at about out here at about 11. Well, he's going to be coming to about 12 laps. So About 2-lap difference there between Scott Rambler and Todd Cray. Dalton Calton there in the 34 and 4th. About 3 laps difference there. We get to David Weishart in 3rd. At about 4-lap difference and about 5-lap difference of GT Hawkins there in 2nd. So I still believe it's going to come down to tires here, Elvis.
I agree with you, Josh.
Well, it is 10:01 Eastern, 9:01 Central, 8:01 whatever time Elvis is. Mountain time. And Hawaiian time, they're 5 hours behind me. So whatever it is, Hawaiian time. So glad to have everybody out there. But we've been green flag from the start to now. 117 laps. We're going to be coming to lap 118 here momentarily on the back stretch. Todd Cray up front, GT 2nd. David Weishart still putting that pressure on GT Hawkins here for that 2nd spot. And man, David Weishart, he is sticking with that draft. He is not giving up. I think a little bit of mirror driving might be happening here between that 69 and the 14. That's why he's staying with that 14 here.
Yeah, indeed. I think that's the battle for the championship lead here, Josh. And obviously, these guys are going to be driving super hard to try and catch that number 22. But now the 22, he's in the best spot I think he can be. He's got about a 1.5 second advantage over, now 1.8 actually, over GT Hawkins. Yeah. And he's stretching it out here, Josh. And Scott Rambler, the only person I think can catch him, he's too far back. So knock on wood, no commentator's curse for the number 22, but if this goes caution-free, I think the 22 is in the best spot.
Yeah, I think Todd right now, I mean, I think right now it is his race to
lose.
Yeah, so... All right, yeah, Elvis, man, this is awesome, bud. Go ahead.
It is indeed an awesome battle for the positions. As you can see, now the field's starting to still spread out caution-free. 120 laps. We've got about 25 laps to go here at Darlington. And I think, Josh, we've seen enough people hit the wall. I don't know how many. I've not definitely been keeping track, but I think I was way off. I know that much.
Well, I don't have that information until after the race ends. So I don't know how many people hit the wall. And of course, I only get the incidents. And I know you can scrape the wall and get a 0x and it don't count. So how many people really got, hit the wall and got maybe 1x or 2x or 4x, That's the thing. If they don't get an X, I don't see it. So 0x's don't count on my end, but that still counts, so to speak, for that Darlington strike, so to speak.
Yeah, indeed. Any contact with the wall with iRacing is
gonna hit the wall here.
on the topic.
Oh.
But
here
yeah,
comes the 41. That's Michael Atkins Jr. Gonna get it. Oh. That was close. The 41 of Michael Atkins Jr. 69. Boy, I thought that 69 was going to take that left, that right rear. But he backed off a little bit. That's not for position.
Now here comes Scott Rambler. He's starting to close the gap on Weishart and Hawkins. Now the thing is I think Hawkins has got to let Rambler go once he gets around Weishart and go and chase down that number 22 and go and try and get him a win. Obviously, that 14:57 teammates. Weishart in the wall. Rambler and Weishart gone. Is there going to be a caution? Caution.
Oh no, the caution. The first caution. Fight. David Weishart. We caught that live here on MaxSpeedTV, but we're going to go back and take a look at it here. Let's go back at about 30 seconds here tonight. David Weishart there in that 69 machine. Oh, man, we're going to see it here. We're going to see the 41 there to the inside. We're going to see the 57, the 14 here. Okay, the 69 scraped the wall there, and the 57 just nowhere to go. And right there, it's going to be contact there. The 69 going to take a hard lick to that inside wall, and he's going to be a helicopter there back onto the track there. The first caution of the evening, Elvis. Oh,
the first one of the evening?
Yes.
Now, here's my question. What do you do on pit road? And, you know, the one person did not want to see that caution, the number 22, Todd Cray, was already dialing the phone number to Victory Lane and just hold the phone. Now they're going to have to come down pit road. We're going to see who does what. If anybody wants to take the gamble on right sides, Josh.
Yeah, we're looking at it here, Todd Cray. It looks like everybody on
electing
pit
for
road.
Those 4 tires.
Yeah, and Mike Rominger, take a look at it here. Looks like elected to stay out.
A bold strategy. On the lead lap there, he's going to lead the field away. I'm going to be honest, Josh, there's going to be about 15 laps to go when we take the green. I don't think that was the right call. On 27 lap old tires compared to those freshies that are on Todd Cray's car, don't think that's the right call.
Yep. Todd Cray, GT, Scott Rambler, Dalton Cowden, Nicholas Vroman, Garrett D. Grant. Looks like these drivers, and looks like Michael Thwaites. Okay, he is coming down now, so it's going to be Travis McDaniel, Tyler Hallman, David Elliott. Fresher tires. Oh, Mike is coming down now. So Mike is, yeah, he doesn't, I don't think he's comfortable.
I think he saw everybody come down and he had to respond. I mean,
yep.
He needs to have some kind of defense weapon, I guess you could say, so he wants to take those tires. Now, obviously, if you're a lap down car, I would want to stay out, take the wave around, get back my lap, and then maybe have a shot. I know it's a stretch, but some of these guys, if there's an incident or something, and then that next caution, I can take those fresh tires.
Oh, yeah,
if there is one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, let's go ahead and play a quick commercial break here, provided by Rick Motec, folks. We'll be right back on MaxSpeedTV. Alrighty, folks, we are back here. It looks like they are going to go 1 to go here, 17 to go here this time. It's going to be Todd Cray up front, GT Hawkins in second, Dalton Cowden third, Scott Rambler there in that 4th spot, Garrett D. Grant going to round out the top 5. 17 to go, going to take a 16 here once they get the green flag here tonight. And that one caution there, and we know cautions can breed cautions, but let's hope that is not the case here tonight. Elvis, I'm going to let you go ahead and get us going here tonight. Go ahead, bud.
Alrighty, here we go. We're going to have about 15 laps to go. Todd Cray elects to take the outside. in control, and he's off and away. The green flag is out. 15 laps left at Darlington.
16 laps, by the way.
16.
Todd Gray up front, side by side for second. Dalton Cowden, GT Hawkins, 2. That was close.
Now they're going to get that drive through 3 and 4. Oh, Cowden around. Can they avoid him?
What? Oh, that looked like some major net coding there. But let's go back and take a look at it here tonight. And, of course, we'll take a look at the penalty chart here on that first caution. But let's take a look here at this caution here. That was close.
That was bad net code, I'm going to say it on my part.
All right.
Because there's sometimes where the net code, Josh, it looks like you can avoid it. But that was one of the scenarios where it looked like it was avoidable.
Yeah, right there. We see the gap there. Now, this is just from my perspective, but we see the gap there between the 34 and the 14. The 34 just goes around. That's Dalton Cowden. And then, blam, it looks like the 25 going to get a piece. Looks like the 52 going to get a piece of that 25 as well. So that is going to be the caution. We'll see what actually the admins deem that as. We'll go ahead and take a look here at that last caution. See, lap 125. At fault will be the 69. Contact with a 57. 69 EOL. Is that right?
Ooh. That would be correct. Yes, that's the incident between Scott Ramler and David Weishart. It looks like Weishart just hit the wall and just stacked up the field on that first one, Josh. But this one was just bad net code.
All right.
And you can kind of see, Josh, how it might have been avoidable, and that was bad net code. But I still think that they're going to touch a little bit of hammy action there. But I'm going to say my kind of point on the net code, Josh, is that whenever it happens, the momentum of the car is still kind of happening.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys are most likely still, if there was no net code, going to touch. So the momentum won't change. So most likely they still would have touched. It would have been just a hair later. That's kind of my take on it. And it's just down to the admins to see, well,
yeah, and there
would
could
they
have
have
been
touched?
contact after the fact, you know. It just happened to be net code there before, but we're going to look at it here. So caution 1, lap 125, 69, 57, 69 EOL. So 69 bounced off the wall under the 57. So now lap 130 at fault will be the 34. Contact with a 14, 34, and EOL. We'll see exactly what they deem it as. It looks like it's going to be contact regardless of what I seen, which I don't care because I call it as I see it. And they look at it at more angles, Elvis. There's 3 of them up there. So they have different angles than what we do. So
yeah, I'm going to say Cowden is not going to be happy about that call.
well, and he might not be, but I'm just a broadcaster, and he's going to have to take it up with the admins. That's the way it's going to be. However, it's going to come down to, looks like 13 here, coming to 12 here. Todd Gray up front. GT there in second. Scott Rambler there now in third. It looks like the one to go here, and we're on the
Cray's
front
on the
stretch
bottom
here. And Cray is on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and let you get him going here. Making our way in between 1 and 2 on the backstretch here momentarily. Elvis, go ahead and get us going here. 11 to go the next time by, bud.
Yeah, we are here again for 11 laps to go at the stripe when they take the green flag for the Rick Bone Tech Cup Series on Extreme Motorsports 99, broadcasted by MaxSpeedTV. Myself, Elvis Rankin, and Joshua Medlock broadcasting the race tonight, and it has been an exciting one. Only 2 cautions out of 145 laps at Darlington. We've seen a lot of guys hit the wall tonight, get a little bit of the Darlington stripes, I guess you could say, Josh. But here we go into turn number 3. Todd Cray in control. He has been having a great night tonight in that number 22 GTR Simulations car. But GT Hawkins starting outside in second place on row number 1 as they come into the start box and go, go, go. Todd Cray on the loud pedal, green flag in the air. Scott Ramler and GT Hawkins side by side on the front straightaway heading into 1. And GT had a bit of a slip up there. Now it looks like he's going to lose spot to the 24 of Garrett Grant, who's had a benefit from this caution, a massive, and Nicholas Roman to the bottom of the 14. Ramler's going to go try and hunt down Cray side by side for 4.
All right, well, let's get back here.
Oh, they're going to maybe try and go 3 wide. Yes, they are. 3 wide to 1. No. Ooh, a little bit of slide there from GT Hawkins, and Todd Cray is just walking away with it.
Yes, he is. Todd Cray up front. Garrett D. Grant there in second. GT there in third. Okay, so now it updated. You were talking about there. So, I was getting a little bit worried because I thought something was happening. Oh, get back here to Scott
Side by side.
Rambler. Yeah. Oh, my Lord. What's going on back here?
There's just a gaggle of cars, and Roman, he's starting to try and get out of that gaggle. But now the 24 of Garrett Grant, he's trying to fire off, and he's trying to catch the number 22 of Todd Cray.
Yes, he is. Garrett D. Grant, can he catch 9 to go here? It's going to be 8 to go across the stripe. But the battle, side by side, the 2 wide, I should say. Back here, I it'll be 3 wide before it's all said and done, but you know, a little bit of blocking, maybe by that 52 and the 27, trying to get that 32 of Darren Clement there, down now to the inside of his teammate. I believe Darren Clement, not a teammate, but the 52 right there of Tyler Hallman. Darren Clement is actually part of, I believe it is ECM. So ECM right there in that 9th spot, and Tyler Hallman, Northern Capital Sampson Motorsports, but now a little bit of a gap there. Oh, golly, this is going to get wild. Get back to Michael Thwaites. Michael Thwaites is in company here, Elvis. Oh, golly.
And up front, GT Hawkins all over the back bumper of Garrett Grant. Grant closed the gap to Todd Cray. GT might be able to give him a little bit of a push there to try and catch up. Now they're going to be tight in the 3-pack. It looks like there's a big old gap from third to fourth, but fourth on back. I mean, you can just throw a blanket over him.
Yeah, we're looking at it here. GT Hawkins all over. 1, 2, and 3 here pretty much together. Travis Daniel now at about 1.9 seconds back from GT Hawkins. Let's get up here to 1, 2, and 3. That's going to be Todd Cray, Garrett D. Grant, GT.
Oh, Grant in the wall. Now Grant a little sideways. He's going to have to try and run down Todd Cray. Lap 142, Josh.
Yep.
4 to go.
Go. Got a fan of Todd Cray out there in chat. I believe.
GT scraping the wall there.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Todd Cray stretching it out a little bit. 3 laps to go as they're heading down the back straightaway, down the back chute, Josh. And I think it's going to be tough to get around him. Let's see what Garrett Grant can do. They're going to have to be all over the fence here, and they're going to have to really try and hustle it here. The gap's closing, but 2 laps to go. Cray just needs to keep it straight and smooth.
2 laps to go for Todd Cray. All he's got to do now is make it back to the white flag. Brandon Freeze down pit road here, back here at about 18th. But 2 laps here for Todd Cray. 8 turns. Well, it's going to be 6 turns. But he is coming into 3 and 4 here now. He is coming out of turn number 4. Todd Cray is going to take 1 to go here tonight. Well, guess what? That's it. Whatever happens, happens.
I honestly think, Josh, the battle now is going to be for second. Will GT Hawkins throw the Hail Mary, try and sail it into turn number 3, but Todd Cray, he's got a comfortable 5-car length advantage.
Todd Cray now going into 3 and 4. He's going to go a little bit high there, but I don't think it's going to be enough for Garrett D. Grant. Todd Cray gonna here tonight for the Rick Tech Cup Series on MaxSpeedTV for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Awesome job by Todd Cray.
What a run there for Todd Cray, finishing it out strong. That caution made him hold the phone. He had the race in control in the palm of his hand, and then that caution really threw the question mark, but it definitely threw the dot on the explanation point, Josh.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, we'll take a look at it here. Todd Cray is going to win his first race of the Rick Tech Cup Series Season 12 here tonight. He's going to burn it up there on the front stretch. Of course, we're going to step away here from MaxSpeedTV. Man, this was an awesome race here tonight. Awesome job by Todd Cray. Garrett D. Grant, GT Hawkins there, 1, 2, and 3. But we will talk to the top 3 drivers here, folks. Don't go anywhere, because we will be right back. Alrighty, folks. Well, Elvis had to step away here tonight, folks. So it's just, I'll go ahead and do the interviews here this evening. But we are going to start here with our third place finisher here tonight. And that is going to be from GTM, GT Hawkins here tonight in that butt kicker 14 machine GT. Man, what a race out here tonight at Darlington. Again, for the second night. Yeah, a couple of cautions there at the end. But good Lord, the green flag runs we had here tonight, buddy. Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, for as tight of racing as it had to be tonight, it only have 2 cautions. That says a lot about these guys in the Cup Series here. Yeah, it was a lot of work, a lot of glancing off the wall, using that as my second brake. I had quite a bit of damage. I feel like a little bit of damage didn't really hurt you too much, but you got too beat up. Obviously, it did, but you know, I hit the wall a lot, so it didn't seem to make a whole lot of difference. But yeah, we played a little pit strategy and tried to go long the first stint, and ended up losing time on that one, and then short pit the last time. Thought we were in a pretty decent spot, and there's no catching Todd. He was definitely quickest tonight, so he played it right, and then yeah, it was overall a good race. I had fun racing with these guys.
Oh, man, this was an awesome race for sure. You know, Darlington, one of those tracks that you have to drive the track. You can't drive other drivers. You have to drive the track. So, really, what was the biggest thing, seeing those, well, the long green flag run there at the start there, and we had those green flag pit stops there. What was going through your mind, bud?
Yeah, honestly, I felt like it went so quick. You got to really focus. I mean, you're exactly right. You have to drive the track, so you're not really thinking about a whole lot else. You don't really have, at least I don't have the brain capacity to be thinking about too much else other than trying to focus on what I'm doing. So, yeah, I mean, it's a really short margin on your braking point into 4. I mean, you can be a few feet off and get into the wall or come in too shallow. So that was, I mean, the guy that won probably was the person that paid the most attention and stayed in the zone the most, you know.
And maybe I should have picked Todd Cray here tonight. He was going through on mine when I was making my picks, but I didn't pick him. But yeah, I probably should have. But GT, we are going to be off next week because we have the Week 13 update for iRacing, and Extreme does not race on Week 13. So when we come back, we're going to be at Charlotte, but it's going to be at the Roval instead of the Oval. So your thoughts coming back for the Roval?
Yeah, I'm pumped. Bring it on. I love the road courses. I think they're super fun driving the stock cars on them. So I'm ready. Let's go.
All righty, GT, congratulations to Mate Rickard out there in chat saying go GT, as always, rooting you on. But any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate third here tonight, GT?
Yeah, thanks for watching, Monty. Appreciate it. My mom's out there watching too, so it means a lot to me. My teammates, GT Motorsports, awesome night, awesome week. Butt Kicker, RB Custom Rigs, Rick Motec, Extreme Motorsports, you guys up in the booth, MaxSpeedTV, and all my friends, family watching. Thanks.
All righty, GT, we will see you in 2 weeks after the Week 13 break here. So, man, GT, congratulations on third here tonight.
Thanks. Have a good night, man.
All right, well, that is going to bring us here to our second place finisher here this evening, the number 24 of Garrett Grant. Garrett, buddy, got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, Garrett, well, it was, I can't say it was an up and down race because the beginning of the race was, man, it was green flag until we came down to really the end, but we only had 2 cautions, so we really got to talk about the green flag pit stops here because that really what established what happened here toward the end. Talk about it there on that Northern Capital 24 machine, bud.
It was kind of an up and down race for me, really. I just tried to push it hard too early there. I started 7th, and I tried to pass somebody going into 1, and we were too wide, and I tried to back out of it a little too late and got on the brakes and got sideways and was lucky to save it. And I fell back to 20th. And I just slowly worked my way back up through the field, and the green flag pit stops were interesting. I thought I blew pit road there. I thought I was going to get a penalty on, I think it was the last green flag stop there. I about missed pit road, but luckily I didn't. And I didn't want to see that restart, to be honest, but I'm kind of glad it did, because I don't think I would have wouldn't have gotten in the position I did there if the caution wouldn't have came out there.
Well, we had the two cautions there at the end of the race, but it really came down to strategy here, because I'm taking a look at it here. There was only, there was not even a lap difference there between you and Todd Cray for, there. You were coming up on Todd, and just, you wasn't able to get there. Did you hit the wall by chance, or what happened?
Yeah, I did. I got in the wall just pushing it too hard. That I wouldn't have been in that position though if I wouldn't have made that. I don't know if you saw that move I made on the restart. I passed 2 or 3 cars, I think, on the inside, and going into one there, I just decided lifters were losers, so I just held her wide open in there, and she stuck. And in a second, I was catching Todd there. I thought I might be able to get him, but then I pushed it too hard and run it in the wall there, and that was pretty much all she wrote. But happy to come out of here with the second place, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure, Garrett, man. Awesome run out here tonight. You came in tonight 7th in the points, I believe, 26 back behind Paul Irvin. So definitely a good point tonight for you. But we are going to be off next week. But when we come back, we're going to be at Charlotte. But it's not going to be the Oval. It's going to be the Roval, the road course. Your thoughts on the Roval when we come back?
To be honest with you, I hate road courses, and I'm terrible at them, and I wish they'd take them off the schedule. But you got to throw a little bit of variety in there. I've actually done some testing there, and in my opinion, the setup is awful. There's no grip. It's slip slide from the get go. So it should be really interesting.
All righty, buddy. Well, awesome job out here tonight. Good points tonight for you. Second place here, of course, down a spot, but this is definitely going to help you going forward for the top 12. We only got 2 races left before we get into the chase. So, right now it's go time. You cannot look back. Garrett, awesome job. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your second place here tonight?
Yeah, thanks to you for broadcasting and breakdown with Extreme Motorsports 99 for putting all this on for us. Rick Motec, Rick Bell Computers, Doug Designs, and shout out to Russ Anderson, Northern Capital for sponsoring the car, and shout out to everybody at Samson Motorsports. We all had pretty good cars tonight. I know a few of us got good finish, so.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Travis McDaniel right behind you there in the 25. He's going to finish there in that 4th. So, Garrett, we'll see you in 2 weeks, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Uh-huh. All righty, well, that's going to bring us to our winner here tonight, Todd Cray there in that number 22 GTR simulator machine. And I know Jessica Hardifer out there in chat is excited for the win for Todd Cray.
Go, Jess.
Now, Todd, I asked you a question earlier. Is this your first official win in the Cup Series for Extreme?
I believe we could confirm, yes, sir, this is the first one.
Well, congratulations.
Feels good.
And it
Feels
happened
really good.
at Darlington, man.
What a ride. What a ride.
Yeah,
GTR Simulator, man. Provided an awesome ride for the night. Super comfortable.
Well, the biggest question is, how did you do it? Green flag there at the start. We thought, I personally thought it was going to go green flag all the way. And then there toward the end, yeah, we had the 2 cautions. But how did you manage it here? Green flag pit stops. We had a couple of them. And then there toward the end, man. We got to hear it from you as a driver. Go ahead, Todd.
Actually, tonight, guys, was a lot of balance for me. We've been trying to make a comeback in the points here, and so we started off a little slow, feeling things out. Roman was really fast tonight. I think he got tied up a little bit. But, yeah, it's balance of, trying to get a top 5 tonight and get us into the chase or go for it. And when you're behind the wheel, you could say one thing, but other things kick in. And late in that race, we had him pretty much covered. No big mistakes tonight. Kept the car pretty clean. Just a couple light scuffs. That's always important here, because man, you bounce off that wall a little bit and you lose that right front, and in the long run, it's going to kill you. But and them late race cautions, man, I just did not know how we were going to do it there. My teammate Dalton was with me there for a while, and he had an unfortunate incident, so he didn't make it to the end. But man, woo! East Coast Motorsports, boys, we're coming. We're coming for that championship. Make no mistake about it.
Well, I've got the point standings up here. You are the winner, but you were down 4 spots coming into tonight. You were on the bubble tied there with Michael Thwaites there, and for 13, 14, 15th here. So you were definitely on the bubble here, outside looking in. Definitely going to help you going forward. So, being tied with Michael and then winning it here tonight at Darlington, now with only 2 more races left,
woo!
What does that mean to you? You're going to jump up, I'm sure, there in the top.
Yeah,
well,
I think
you're going to get in the
eighth.
top 12, but go ahead.
We're in 8th, buddy. I think we're in 8th right now. Yeah, it's already updated. So thanks to the guys there for doing that. Extreme Motorsports for the guys getting it up. Rick Motec for putting the series on. And yeah, we needed that jump tonight, guys. I mean, I've been fighting it last week. We had some bad luck on the second lap and really put us back again. But, the East Coast Motorsports guys, we did some testing and, they talked me through some situations, helped me with pit stops and, fuel strategy and all that kind of stuff, because it takes everything to win here, especially up here at this level. You need everything. You need some luck. You need your strategy. You need to know what's going on. You need to drive fast. You need to keep it clean. You got to do everything, and it doesn't happen too often. So we're really, really, really stoked for this tonight.
Well, this is the top tier series for Extreme. You can only get in here by an invite. So
yes, sir.
You know that from experience, Todd. So
yes, sir. What a race with these guys tonight.
Oh yeah, I mean, this was an awesome race. We had 2 cautions there toward the end, but man, it was an awesome race. But with that being said, we're gonna go on the off week for week 13 next week. But when we come back, we're gonna go to Charlotte. It's gonna be the Roval, not the oval. So we got road course going on. How do you feel about the road?
Well, it's one of those deals. I got to put the time in, and I've raced pretty good there in the past. It's going to be one of those deals where, bring a good car, make sure I know my pit windows, keep it clean, give and take, and, just going to have to drive my butt off, GTR simulators. I mean, they keep me cool, and they, just got to stay calm and not take things personal on a road course, and I got to get it at least top 10 out there, top 5. Who knows, man? Some of the guys are really good there, so there's going to be some guys running away with it, I think. Not running away with it, but there's a lot of good guys here. So we're not an expert on road course, but to get to the championship, that's what we got to do. We'll put the extra time in, go back with my guys, and work it out.
Well, all you got to do, man, is make it to the top 12 after round 10. And then the points reset. So that's what you got to do. So, Todd,
Yep.
Man, awesome job out here tonight. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your victory? Because I know you're going to go celebrate, man.
Woo! Yes, we are, and I appreciate the great coverage, man. It's exciting. MaxSpeedTV. I feel best in the business. GTR simulators, Infinite Hero, Pets of Paradise, Rick Motec for putting the series on, Extreme Motorsports, and again, GTR simulators for this awesome ride, and the East Coast Motorsports guys, and thanks to my teammates, and thanks for everybody in the race tonight. It was a good, clean race, and I got to say my good luck charm cousin Jess, my buddy Joe and his family down in Myrtle Beach always checking in, and I appreciate the support there, and got one for you, Jess.
Todd, we will see you in 2 weeks, bud.
Yes, sir.
Celebrate your victory.
All right.
Rest up, and then get ready for the Roval, man. Go ahead.
Will do, guys. Have a great night. Thank you.
All right, that is going to be Todd Gray here, winning it, man, for the first time in the Cup Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Wow, what an awesome run by Todd Cray. But let's get him down here on the unofficial results, even though the points have been updated. Let's go ahead and get him down here. Todd Cray going to grab the win here tonight. Awesome run by Todd. Garrett D. Grant going to finish it there in second. GT Hawkins in third. Travis McDaniel in fourth. Scottless Rambler there in fifth. Nicholas Vroom Vroom in sixth. David Elliott in seventh. Darren Clement, eighth. Darren Bruce Knight. Mike Rominger going to grab a top 10. John Sterling there in 11th. Michael Thwaites in 12th. Chris Scala, 13th. Tyler Hallman in 14th. Christian DeBoer, 15th. Rob Haynes going to finish in 16th. David Weishart, 17th. Casey Duncan in 18th. Gary May, 19th. Michael Atkins Jr. there in 20th. Brennan Freeze going to finish 21st. Brett Cool 22nd. Danny Ware 23rd. Dalton Cowden 24th. Nick Hunt 25th. Jacob Lee 26th. Chris Seidenfaden 27th. Garrett Heath 28th. And Paul Irvin going to round out our field here tonight in 29th. But congratulations goes to Todd Cray for the first win here for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com in the Rick Motec Cup Series and the Cup Series alone. Awesome job by Todd Cray. But we got more action tomorrow night here on MaxSpeedTV. The NASCAR Cup Series will be live here, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Well, you don't want to miss it, because it's going to be more awesome racing. Talladega tomorrow night, folks. Stay tuned for that. Until next time, tomorrow night, stay safe and have a good night.